Thank you for joining me on my inaugural podcast from the Galena Grotto for Grant's Church. Let me tell you a little bit about Grant's Church. As you can see on this brochure, which I'm going to place somewhere on this image here, Grant's Church is a new concept which we're launching in conjunction with the Galena United Methodist Church. We call it Grant's Church because Ulysses S. Grant and his wife Julia and their family were members of the parish. They call it Grant's Church because Ulysses S. Grant and his wife Julia and their family were members here and attended here until Ulysses S. Grant left to become a general in the Civil War. And so ever since then, the Galena United Methodist Church has continued on with the traditions of Methodism in this congregation. And what we've got to do now is we've got to evolve a little bit. The Methodist Church, if you haven't heard, has recently gone through a big schism. My husband and I joined the church here a couple of years back, and the Galena United Methodist Church was one of the first to be a reconciling congregation, which meant that they were at the tip of the spear in reconciling this challenge of modern Christianity. And so Grant's Church has now evolved, and they're adapting to try and become known as the church that never sleeps here in Galena. The idea that you would just meet for a couple of hours on Sunday morning and have fellowship, coffee, cookies afterwards does not encapsulate what it means to be a Methodist in the modern era. And so what we've done at the Galena United Methodist Church is we've put together this idea that we are now Grant's Church. It's an enterprise. It's a community center. It's going to become part of the community and not just affiliated and not entirely entrenched in Methodist worship, but Methodist social justice principles. So that's what this brochure is a little bit about, this flyer that we're putting together. And my goal is to get like-minded people together on the second and fourth Wednesdays of every month, and we'll have an inspirational speaker. We'll get somebody in who has encapsulated what these social justice principles are about, and we're going to probably have my husband sing as many times as we can get him to sing. If you've got a talent for singing as well, you're welcome to give him a break. But we're going to make it an evening of fellowship. We want to have great food, so it's going to be a carry-in. And we'll have somebody eventually coordinate those carry-ins so that we end up with not everybody bringing beans and not everybody bringing cake. So we want to have a decent meal. I am a bartender. I work at Chestnut Mountain in the wintertime on Saturdays at the Vista Bar. So if you're skiing, make sure you come to the downstairs bar at Chestnut Mountain and see me every Saturday. But in respect for Methodist principles and in respect for Julia Grant, Ulysses S. Grant's wife, we're going to have what I'll probably call it Julia's Bar. It's a mocktail bar. We're going to have non-alcoholic wine. So that will be available to purchase, and very modest purchase price on that. So bring your own food, buy your cocktails, mocktails, and or your glass of wine. And we'll have some good time every second Wednesday and every fourth Wednesday. I put together something for the inaugural night, and it is going to honor the 169th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's Disunion speech. And we're going to talk a little bit about my new super PAC, Driftless Rivers Coalition, which is trying to reimagine a new narrative for what it means to live in rural Northwest Illinois, western Wisconsin, eastern Minnesota, and northeastern Iowa. So that's that driftless area, and you'll see this map around on that night of July 23rd. So look forward to seeing you. This will be the fourth Wednesday of July, and 6 o'clock it'll be an open house reception. We'll talk about what it means to be part of Grant's Church, and at 7 o'clock there'll be a short presentation. That will be my responsibility on this week, but keep in touch. We'll keep you, give you notices. If you let us have your email address, we'll give you a notice about who is going to be on the program every second and fourth Wednesday of the month. And we'll start coordinating about what everybody's going to bring in for a carry-in on July 23rd. It's not going to be a carry-in we'll probably have that taken care of for you. But come out on July 23rd, learn what it's going to be about, and then continue to support Grant's Church every second and fourth Wednesday after that. Look forward to seeing you there. My phone number is 815-402-1049. I'm taking names. If you do want to volunteer to bring something on the 23rd, that would help. We will be taking care of the non-alcoholic wine and the mocktails. I think the mocktails that I'm going to be featuring on July 23rd are going to be margaritas and mojitos. So if you want to try my non-alcoholic versions of a margarita and a mojito, make sure you come out here. We'll be selling drink tokens 3 for $10. So that will allow you to imbibe in the beverages that Julia would approve of. Look forward to seeing you there.